just looking for some information, but I'll just start since I'm live. Alright, I want to say Ka Halal, La Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakakodash. Double honors unto the apostles of GMS, who I learned the truth from. Salutations unto the brothers and sisters that take heed. Okay? As the title says, this is a GMS to your health. Okay? Through the Spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakakodash, what they allow me to bring out. This has been on my mind, on my spirit, so I'm going to bring it out. These are just various supplements that I have used. Okay? Now, when we study things, it's good to study things, but you know, like Daniel, he was a scientist, and he really went in deep. He actually studied. Matter of fact, since I brought it up, I'll bring it out. But this is going to be dealing with some supplements that I've used and I still use, and I recommend to Akyam, because we go through a lot of things, you know, and this just makes it a little bit easier, a little bit, you know, the Lord has these things set up for the men of the Lord, really, to help us, man, especially in these last days. Okay, you better believe in these last days, man. You got to use these herbs, these supplements, and all these things to the best of your ability, because, you know, we're catching hell, man. You know, we're catching a lot of hell. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to get this scripture first. This is Daniel 1 and 19. This is just to prove that the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, he gave a lot of wisdom and knowledge to Daniel. Daniel was a very, very wise man in various matters, not just prophecy, but he was wise in herbs, in natural medicine, all right, different things like that, right? This is Daniel 1 and 19. And the king communed with them, and among them all was found none like Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Therefore stood they before the king, and in all matters of wisdom. So it says in all matters of wisdom, right? And understanding, that the king inquired of them, he found them 10 times better than all the magicians and astrologers that were in all his realm. And Daniel continued even unto the first year of King Cyrus, right? So Daniel was a very, very wise man. And I'm going to bring out this scripture also to show you that he experimented with these things. Shalom. I'm not a Zakwan, brother. I'm just a Ak. I'm just a brother, man. All right? I'm not an elder. But Daniel used these things. Oh, it's in the same chapter, actually. Chapter 1. Daniel 1. And let's see, verse... Daniel 1 and 6. Now among these were of the children of Judah Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, unto whom the prince of the eunuchs gave names. For he gave unto Daniel the name Belteshazzar, and to Hananiah of Shadrach, and to Mishael of Meshach, and to Azariah of Abednego, or Abednego. But Daniel proposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portion of the king's meat. Right? That's why you have something also called the king's disease, which is gout, which is your big toe, right? Your big toe hurting and it's puffing up because you're eating good, man, but you're not really eating good. It's like an oxymoron. You're eating luxuriously, you know, the most daintiest things, the best things, but it's in overconsumption. It's in a gluttonous manner, right? So you're filling yourself with these things, and it's creating a situation in your body that's detrimental to your health. Meaning, you're creating uric acid, which is not good. Okay, when you have too much uric acid in your body, that's a great result is gout. You know, diabetes. You know what I mean? High blood pressure, hypertension, all these things. So you're creating a hostile environment in your body. So Daniel, he wasn't with that, nor with the wine which he drank, which is nothing wrong with wine, but there's balance. Right? If there's your liver is meant to deal with the alcohol, but if there's an overconsumption, what happens? Your liver gets toxicity, liver toxicity. It gets you can get hepatitis or you can get cirrhosis. Which when you get cirrhosis, man, that means your liver is completely finished, bro. You know, only, hey man, the only way you'd make it from cirrhosis, like a serious cirrhosis, Esau would give you a liver transplant, cut you up. You know, you gotta wait on the list. Or man, you gotta, hey, I'm talking to you brothers, man, you gotta fast completely and pray to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Rakah Kudash, man. But cirrhosis is serious, man. Right? So he withdrew himself from that. Therefore he requested of the prince of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself. Now the Most High had brought Daniel into favor and tender love with the prince of the eunuchs. And the prince of the eunuchs said unto Daniel, I fear my lord the king, who hath appointed your meat and your drink. For why should he see your faces worse liking than the children which are of your sort? Then shall ye make me endanger my head to the king. Then said Daniel to Melzar, whom the prince of the eunuchs had set over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, prove thy servants, right? I beseech thee 10 days. So this is an experiment. And let them give us pulse to eat and water to drink. And we can look up the word pulse, which all it is greens, basically. Okay? Or vegetables, right? Slakia. That's Satan, man. That's Satan. Alright? Okay, so back here. So the word is Zarayu. Okay? Zarayu. Alright? Which it just means vegetables, pulse. When you go to Gesenius' Hebrew Chaldee lexicon, it says vegetables or herbs. Vegetable food such as is eaten in a half fast, opposed to flesh and more delicate food. Which again, there's different kinds of fast, right? You have, as I mentioned, a half fast. What is a half fast? That's like you drinking water and making smoothies all day. That's like a half fast. It's still a fast. Then you might have no solids fast, meaning you just drinking water. Or you might have the most austere, or forget the other word, but the most serious fast, which is no water or food, which is what we do for the Day of Atonement. That's a more stern fast, right? Because you're actually purging your soul. You're actually what's the word? Like in it says in the Day of Atonement. You know, you're basically feeling it, man. When you don't eat it and you don't drink for a whole day, right? So then it says, verse 13, Daniel 1 and 13, then let our countenances be looked upon before thee, and let the countenance of the children that eat of the portion of the king's meat, and as thou seest, deal with thy servants. So he basically said, look, we're going to eat these herbs, right? After we eat these herbs, after 10 days, look at our face and look at the people, you know, that eat the king's meat, the dainty things, the dainty food, right? The over gluttonous food. And, you know, this is experiment. So verse 14, so he consented to them in this matter and proved them 10 days. And at the end of 10 days, their countenances, meaning their appearance, appeared fairer and fatter in flesh than all the children which did eat the portion of the king's meat. So meaning they weren't malnourished, right? They looked good. They looked more clean. You know, they had a better so-called aura about them, a countenance, right? And then verse 15 or 16 says, thus Melzar took away the portion of their meat and the wine that they should drink and gave them pulse. Right? Verse 17, as for these 4 children, the Most High gave them knowledge and skill, again, in all learning and wisdom. And Daniel had understanding in all visions and dreams, man. So he was a very, very wise man. Okay? He was a very wise man. All right? So just bringing that out. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to start off with, man, is you brothers out there in general. I remember Elder Yeshawamba, he did a video on it. It was beautiful, man. Different supplements, but I concur. The first thing, man, you should be taking in this shitty-ass kingdom is vitamin C. I take this one. This is a C1000. Again, it's not about a company or anything, but I'm telling you what I take and what I've seen work. All right? C1000, basically this is a vegetable capsule, okay? It's 1000, C1000 means it's 1000 milligrams. 1000 milligrams is 1 gram, okay? Now, I'm going to say this. Sorry, focus. I'm going to say this, man. you guys watching, do your research, man. Okay, because there's a lot of madness about these things, but you have to try it out for yourself. You have to be the disciplined one. I'm being real, man, because again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a holistic practitioner, I'm none of those things. I'm not licensed, I'm not certified. Don't take my word for it, right? I'm just kind of, I'm flashing the light. I'm just flashing the light. You gotta go and discover it. You gotta go explore it, right? I can't recommend or diagnose anything, so I'm just laying that out there as well. Okay, you guys watching, man, you brothers and you sisters, you research it for yourself, man. You have to go do your due diligent research, man. Right? Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring out a precept before I get into the information. I'm gonna bring out the information on it, but you gotta do your own research. This is 1 John. Okay? 1 John 4:1. Beloved, believe not every spirit. Okay? We're spirits. We're spirits in flesh. But try the spirits. What does try mean? Prove. Test. So what I'm telling you, test it. Try it. Research it. Double check. I'm going to bring out the info, but double check it. Okay? Whether they are of the Most High. Right? Because I can tell you some shit and it can mess you up, man. You can have a fucked up day, man. Or a fucked up week. Or a fucked up month. Because people think, oh, natural, organic. Right? Just pour it down. You don't even know what the hell the dosage is. Right? You don't know the dosage. You don't know if you should take it with food or without food. You don't know what the hell you're doing. You just see organic and natural. Those buzzwords. Esau uses them buzzwords, man. Even in this so-called holistic organic industry, right? You got to do your research, man, because these are medicines. These are medicines that are very potent. And if you don't know what you're doing, the Most High, this is why the Most High has certain men that research these things, right? The Most High has certain men that it tells you, what is that, in Sirach? But I'm going to finish this, whether they have the Most High, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. And this is a part of the ministry, healing, So you can have men telling you garbage and, even look, man, even down to the point of if it works for one person, it might not work for the other person in that exact same dosage, because everyone is different. Everyone's system is different. Everyone is wired differently, man. So again, right? I'm gonna bring out that scripture I was just talking about. This is why the Most High has us. These are skills, man. These are skills. Right? This is I'm gonna prove it. Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, in the Apocrypha 38:4, it says, "The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them." Right? Was not the water made sweet with wood, that the virtue thereof might be known? And he hath given men skill, that he might be honored in his marvelous works. Skill, man. So the Most High gave certain men skill. So again, what I'm telling you, don't take my word for it, man. You have to go do your due diligent research. You gotta go research this, man. I'm showing you this stuff, and you're like, yeah, organic, and you go and chug it down. You gotta research. This is a skill, just like boxing was skill. Boxing is a skill. Muay Thai is a skill. Piano is a skill. Can you just go and play the piano? Can you play do, re, mi, fa, so? Can you play a song? No, it's a skill. You have to go research it, study it, practice, and exercise, man. Apply it, right? So try these things in small increments. I'm just giving you a precautionary warning. I'm going to get into the info, all right? But this is verse 5. I think the brother asked me a question. Yeah, the B12 is good. Of course the B12 is good. Shalom. The B12, you need B12, man. And then especially in this fucking society, because B12, that is the I believe that's the center. It's in the center of the blood cell. So again, or iron as well. Iron and B12 for anemia, all those things. B12 is also a brain food. So yeah, B12 is good, and it's a water soluble vitamin, meaning your body uses it up, and what your body doesn't use, it flushes away through your urine. But again, you have certain things that can store up and become toxic. You can overdose on vitamin D. If you take vitamin D, if you take too much vitamin D, right? Because they have those drops that are 1,000 IU per drop. Hey man, if you take that whole fucking dropper, you can overdose on vitamin D because it's a fat storing vitamin. It's not a water soluble vitamin. It's a fat soluble vitamin, meaning your body stores it as fat, and it stores it to keep it and use it as needed. But if you can overdose on it, right? So again, do your research, man. But yeah, no, you can ask questions, But I'm just saying in general, I'm not getting on anybody. I'm just saying in general, do your own research, man. Again, I'm just flashing the light. You gotta go explore it, man. And then verse 6, I'm just proving that this is a skill that takes time, man, to exercise. And he hath given men skill that he might be honored in his marvelous works. Because, see, that's of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? So when you take these things, you got to honor Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You have to praise. You have to pray that these things work, because these things may not even work if the Lord is not dealing with you, right? Verse 7, with such doth he heal men and taketh away their pains. Because you have analgesic herbs, which is pain relieving herbs, right? Like one is birch. Birch is a pain reliever. You have a lot of frankincense, myrrh. Those are analgesics as well. You have a lot of different herbs that are of that. So that was it on that. So again, the vitamin C, I take this shit, man. This in this kingdom, you need this, man. I'm gonna tell you straight up. You need vitamin C, which vitamin C is not the real thing. That's not. I mean, that's not what it's really called. It's called ascorbic acid. Okay, it's called ascorbic acid. All right, that's the chemical of it. When you get down into it. But again, why do you need this? This is water soluble. So again, you cannot overdose on this. Now, why did I mention before when I brought this out, I got into the whole rant about research? Because when you research this, there's a lot of bullshit and a lot of false information, especially about this, okay? Why? Is because this thing really works and it works fast and it heals. So what they want to do is scare you. Esau will tell you, vitamin C, you need maybe 200 milligrams. Are you out of your mind, man? Man, yo, in this, I'm gonna read some info, right? I'm going to read some info on ascorbic acid. He might tell you need 400 is your max. They have this thing called RDA, recommended daily allowance, right? For certain vitamins. Majority of that shit is off, man. Don't be scared. When you go like, I don't have anything here, but like if you get a bag of chips or some shit, or not even chips, but like something nutritional, right? And it'll be on the back, it'll say, vitamin C 100% of your daily value. So meaning this product in however amount of servings, it'll have your whole day's worth of needed vitamin C. That's garbage. That's bullshit. Okay? Because really in this kingdom, man, you should be taking at least, man, like I'm not even kidding, man. Like you should be taking really at least 5 grams, which is 5,000 milligrams of vitamin C. Now these are tablets. You can pop them. Again, start off slow. You start off slow because this thing has a laxative effect. Why is it doing that? What does that mean, laxative? You're going to go to the bathroom. Why is it doing that? It's cleaning you out. Okay? If you can get a buffered version of vitamin C, that'd be better. Buffered meaning it'll say ascorbic acid, or it'll say either sodium ascorbate or calcium ascorbate, because they add calcium or magnesium or sodium or some other mineral to buffer it. So if it's buffered, it'll have a less laxative effect, so it won't upset your stomach as much. But this is just pure ascorbic acid. So when I was taking it, man, it was about a week, But then my body got used to it, so I'm up to 5 grams a day now. It's needed, man, because again, in this kingdom, what do you have outside, man? You have toxicity, and toxicity builds up. You have there's so much even smoke. Like people don't even realize, like cigarettes, man. Like if you go in certain areas and you breathe in all that smoke, man, you just breathe in a lot of toxicity. And what especially for people that smoke, man. If you know people that smoke, they need to take more vitamin C. The reason being, all that shit in the cigarettes that they smoke, it actually depletes the vitamin C in them. But again, people are what are you gonna tell them, man? They think that they drink a glass of Sunny D and they think that they got their daily amount of vitamin C, right? So again, look, this is from augmentinforce.50webs.com. AUGMENTIN force.50webs.com in the ascorbic acid category. And this is something that the mammals do, which is animals, right? So it says normal mammals in stress. As reported, ignorant self-appointed authorities have convened to clinician and lay readers alike false and dangerous notions, such as ascorbic acid doses, much above a gram, which is 1,000 milligrams, are innately dangerous and wasteful because white blood cells are saturated, etc. So he's telling you that people in the think tanks and clinics and basically the medical industry, they put out these false ass claims and all this bullshit to scare you. Okay, a lot of these doctors, they truly, what they do is they really scare you. Okay, they try to scare you. They'll say you have this chance of this, etc., etc. No, this doesn't work, and people, what I've noticed, man, it's like it's Satan, but they honestly look at the doctor like God, man. Like whatever the doctor says. Oh my, I knew a guy, man. He's like, I'm glad I take pills. He's like, I'm happy that I take these pills, man. That my doctor gives me. He looks at the doctor like he's praying to him, man. You know what I mean? Like people really hold the doctor in a high degree, which the doctors, they know all these things, man, because they have to learn it. They have a book, I forget the name of it, but basically it goes into the chemistry of different minerals and the reactions with hormones, and they know all this shit, man. They know what the fuck they're doing when they're prescribing you all these drugs and how it's messing you up, man. You got enzyme inhibitors, you got serotonin inhibitors, all messing up with your goddamn neurotransmitters, man. Bugging you out. You people wonder what the hell's going on. You people are drugged up, man. Right? When viewed in the perspective of the Pauling and the papers to which they led, doesn't appear that rejection of the analogs of ascorbic acid alone was responsible for millions of deaths and trillions of dollars. Correction of the three falsities above is given briefly in three numbered statements here. He says the mammals discussion here, many references cited explain why large doses, even 200 grams a day of ascorbic acid, given great benefit in all patients, rapid healing, curing most incurable infections, including polio. You see, so a lot of these fucking think tanks and these clinical trials, they're funded by different lobby groups and different even societies of Esau, to basically discredit the real shit, man. The real information, the real healing, right? There's a documentary on YouTube you can watch on ascorbic acid and cancer. They gave people. There's a guy dying. Literally, he's about to drop dead of cancer. I don't know what. I forgot what kind of cancer it was, but they basically gave him vitamin C, but intravenously, meaning they had the needle and they had the tube. So it was a fluid. It wasn't a powder. It was a fluid. But they pumped like, I think, like 50 grams or 100 grams, which is 50,000 milligrams to 100,000 milligrams of vitamin C, and it basically cured him. And there's a lot of cases of that. And at first the doctor said, no, we can't do that. We're not going to allow you to do it even, right? So again, there's that. But then I'm going to read down here on the vitamin C ascorbic acid. It was a little bit down here, but again, ascorbic acid, man, is very. It's for like common cold infections, your collagens in your tissues to be strong, for your teeth and your gums and all that stuff, right? The the deficiency of vitamin C at an extreme level is scurvy, which these devils, they got scurvy when they came here, and then the North American Indians, they helped them because they gave them it was either cedar tea or it was one of the trees, either the cedar, both the cedar and the pine was is very high in vitamin C or ascorbic acid. So they would make that tea and they got healed of the scurvy because later they found out that scurvy is nothing but a deficiency of ascorbic acid. And scurvy, basically what happens is your teeth start to fall out because your gums are so loose. You basically your body starts to degenerate. You know, your immune system is down. So again, ascorbic acid, vitamin C, for your immune system. It's an antioxidant. Oxidation, which we all go through oxidation, which is basically our cells being destroyed, right? So stress. It says rapid response of the adrenals. Again, yeah, this thing is good for adrenal gland. Adrenals is a gland that sit above your kidneys, and they're responsible for stress. A lot of people have adrenal fatigue, man. If you look that up, go even research that about adrenal fatigue. If your adrenals are fatigued, man, you know that means you're really messed up. That means, like, if you got adrenal fatigue, you're not sleeping good. Your stress is way up the roof. You're tired and cranky all the time. You know, and it can lead to more serious symptoms, right? So again, vitamin C. I'm gonna jump from there. Next one I'm gonna go to is MSM. I take this shit too. This is good, man. This works very good with the vitamin C. They work synergistically. You know, what this is a long ass word. Methyl sulfonyl methane, which is a fancy way of just sulfur. It's salt, right? But it's a natural salt. It's not like the Himalayan or the sea salt. This is a different kind of salt or a different kind of mineral. So I'm gonna read some info on MSM. All right. So again, MSM improves skin health and complexion. MSM is necessary for collagen production. Sagging skin and wrinkles, as well as dry, cracked skin, are all developed through a loss of collagen. MSM works together with vitamin C to build new healthy tissue. Right. I'm gonna read some more information. Better. Number 3, it says detoxifies the body. One of the most important features of MSM is that it makes your cells more permeable. This means that it allows toxins and metabolic waste products to easily be moved out of the cells, while essential nutrition or nutrients and hydration can be moved in, right? So it says it's a calcium phosphate dissolver, so it has a remarkable ability to break up the bad calcium that's at the root of degenerative disease. Because again, calcium is another one. Calcium, magnesium, those two play a major role. Those two are synergistic, meaning you need more calcium than magnesium, but you can't have too much calcium. You know, if, people, especially older people, they get too much calcium, and then they actually start to solidify more, and then they become brittle. You know, and that's how they break their bones and things, right? MSM strengthens hair and nails. Collagen and keratin are both critical for the production of healthy hair and nails. MSM is a bona fide beauty mineral that provides the sulfur needed to produce collagen and keratin. It's also highly noted to contribute to exceptional strength and thickness of the hair and nails, right, which can be noticed in just a couple of weeks of consistent use. Accelerates healing, right? Naturally increases energy, which is very true. You don't want to take this before you go to bed, all right, because you're gonna be up. It's gonna keep you up. You want to take this in the morning with the vitamin C, right? It gives you a good energy boost, man. It says anti-inflammatory, which is good anti-inflammation. So again, this thing's all around good, all right? Next one I'm going to show you is this from this company as well. I already had a couple of rounds of this, all right? This is for your adrenals, man, because I used to have adrenal fatigue, you know? And that shit ain't fun, man. You know, I'm gonna be real. So again, this is called Vitality, but it's by a company called Purica. You can get it maybe on Amazon or health food store. Some of them got it. The upscale health food stores has it. You know, it ain't that pricey, but again, it's worth every penny, man. Because this is all around. This is not really for just adrenals, because again, the name is vitality, which just means like vigor, strength, right? This has 3 herbs in it, in a capsule, in a vegan capsule. All right, and they're basically 2 mushrooms and 1 herb. So the first mushroom is chaga mushroom, which if you look that one up, I don't have the info here. I have it on my phone, but I'm doing the live stream. Um, Basically, it's a mushroom, and it's known as it's a super mushroom. It's anti-cancer, anti-tumor, good for your immune system, detoxifies you. It's a lot of things. It's really a superfood. The next one is cordyceps. I have the info on that. Okay, cordyceps is a serious herb, man. That's a mushroom as well. Okay, cordyceps is a serious mushroom. Um, it's really used by sportsmen, you know, because it's meant for energy, right? To give you energy, but it does a lot of other things. So again, it boosts energy. This is from organicfacts.net on cordyceps. One of the most undeniable health benefits of cordyceps is its ability to significantly boost energy levels, and it's true, man. When you start taking this, like after 3-4 days, you just notice this fucking rush of energy, like a natural energy, man. Like cordyceps alone, if I would choose any of these 3 herbs, I'm gonna list the next herb next. Um, I would choose cordyceps just by itself because there's so many benefits. But you truly feel a boost of energy. I've given this to multiple people as well. I've recommended it. They've taken it, and they said, "Yo, man, I feel more energy. I just feel like a just like extra gear, you know, like in a car. They just feel like extra gear." So again, the cordyceps, it increases the amount of oxygen uptake in the body and enhances cellular energy production. What does that mean? It means it actually creates ATP. Now, what is ATP? It's a fancy word of saying adenosine triphosphate, which is basically what it is the energy currency of your body. Okay, your body runs on that. Your body has about like 8 to 10 seconds of ATP at hand, right? Like if you start sprinting right away for the first 8 to 10 seconds, that's pure ATP. Then, right, you kind of slow down. Your body starts using sugar, glucose for energy, you know, and you can get up to that other level. But that first burst of energy, that first 3 to 8 seconds, really, you know, if you throw punches or if you sprint or something, you do something very very like extreme. That's pure ATP. So what does cordyceps do? It actually creates ATP, which is amazing. That is really amazing because your body uses glucose to create ATP, which is a process. Okay, this herb actually just creates ATP out of fucking I don't know, not thin air, but you know what I mean, right? So that's what it means by that. Other benefits your heart. Okay, cardiovascular. One study showed that patients given a powdered supplement of cordyceps were significantly less likely to suffer heart failure. This is mainly due to the anti-inflammatory and antispasmodic properties of the herb, which can prevent heart arrhythmias and other complications, which is your heart being off beat. All right. Balances cholesterol levels, regulates respiratory function because it's good for your lungs. It's good for your adrenals, which means it's good for your kidneys. Right. As mentioned above, cordyceps is able to increase the amount of oxygen taken in by the lungs, which is very good. The more oxygenized you are, the better, right? That's why certain people, or a lot of athletes, man, they actually go in oxygen tanks and they get oxygenated. They get oxygen pumped into them because the more oxygen, the more vital your cells are. You at the base of your cell needs oxygen, right? It needs that oxygen to function, man. So the more oxygen you can take in, the more blood flow. It's just a better ride for your body, so to speak. So again, regulates respiratory. And while this is helpful for athletes, it is also beneficial for those suffering from respiratory conditions such as asthma or chronic bronchitis, which bronchitis is inflammation. Whenever you see itis at the end of something like hepatitis, any other kind of itises, right? Um, that means the inflammation. So bronchitis is the inflammation of your bronchial tubes. So again, cordyceps can lower the inflammation in your body. By increasing your oxygen intake, you help prevent respiratory distress and weakness. So again, if this applies to you, don't just run out and get it. I'm not telling you to go get this shit. I'm just telling you for brothers, and this is very good for immune system. Because a brother asked me, he said, "What's good for your immune system?" I gave him something else, but this is very good for your immune system too, because I was taking this one in the winter, like November, December, and I really didn't get sick. Sometimes I would get a sneeze, and I knew something was happening, but I was on this, man. I was straight on this. I knew the chaga, the cordyceps, and the next herb I'm going to mention was working, right? They were working, man. And we were out down the highways, man. It was cold as hell sometimes, man. Minus fucking 25 and 30 and shit. But you know, the Lord has these things here for us, man. You know, that's why, hey, Barakatay Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakodash, man. Right? By increasing your oxygen intake, you help. I read that part also. Increasing oxygen levels helps oxygenate the body's extremities better, so the organ systems as a whole run more efficiently. Right? Strengthens the immune system. Cordyceps directly stimulates the production of natural killer cells, which are one of the body's first lines of defense against infection and illness. So again, hey man, this thing is crazy, right? This is amazing. Like I said, I would just take the cordyceps if I had to choose which herb out of the three, right? Anti-aging, treats sexual dysfunction, libido increase, detoxifies the body, right? So all these things. Okay, and then the last one I'm going to bring out before I close is this thing called Holy Basil by this company New Chapter. Now again, I'm gonna also list the reason why I take this supplement and this company, this specific company. This is like, again, I'm not taking this now, and I'm not taking the adrenals now. I'm only taking the C and MSM. But I've taken 2 of these, which is one bottle is 60, so I took 120 already. That was a couple months ago. So again, I've taken this, and this has worked for my specific reason that I took it. You need a specific reason for you to take it. I'm going to list the benefits of this. Now, why do I recommend this company? I'm going to tell you. It's because this company it comes in a capsule, right? This is empty bottle, not the capsule, but the capsule is not powder, it's liquid. What is the liquid? Well, the liquid is holy basil tincture. Tincture is an alcohol-based herb extract. Okay, so it's a liquid herb extract. So again, what they put in the capsule is holy basil extract, a 20-to-1 ratio, which is equivalent to basically 5.3 grams of the herb, which is a lot. And also, there's another extract, which is a 6-to-5-to-1 extract, right? Same thing. And supercritical extract, equivalent to 1.7. So again, it's a high dosage. That's the main point. Now, what's the benefits of the holy basil? The holy basil, again, is good for respiratory disorders, right? So meaning viral, bacterial, fungal infections, respiratory system, right? Of the respiratory system. Good for asthma, okay? Reduces stress. One of the main things I used it for was stress, because brothers, we go through a lot of shit. So stress, vitamin C, and other antioxidants in holy basil. So that means this is high in vitamin C. So you see the importance of taking the ascorbic acid, right? Vitamin C and other antioxidants in holy basil, apart from repairing damages done by free radicals, also minimize the stress caused by these oxidants. They soothe the nerves. That's another benefit of the holy basil that sticks out in my mind, is This is good for your nervous system. If you have nervous disorder or nervous system disorder, you know, your nerves aren't well, this can work on that, right? Lower blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and thus reduce stress. Potassium in Tulsi, which is the herb, holy basil, it's also called Tulsi. Potassium in Tulsi also reduces blood pressure related stress by replacing sodium. Again, if you have too much high sodium, potassium, you need that sodium potassium balance. If you have too much sodium, right, not enough potassium to balance out, there's actually a pump. Um, Again, that's hypertension, result, high blood pressure, right? And Tulsi, so potassium in Tulsi also reduces blood pressure related stress by replacing sodium and loosening the tense blood vessels. Dental care, holy basil destroys the bacteria that are responsible for dental cavities, plaque, tartar, and bad breath, while also protecting the teeth. It has astringent properties. Astringent means tightening, right? Which makes the gums hold the teeth tighter, thereby keeping them from falling, right? However, Tulsi also has certain compounds like mercury, which has rich germicidal properties that can be harmful to the teeth if kept directly contact for too long, which you're not keeping contact, you're just taking the liquid in the capsule, right? That was going into if you chew the herb. Headaches, uh, again, boosts immunity. So look again, if these things apply to you, I'm just throwing some things out, for your interest, man. All right, so that was it on that. So I hope you brothers and sisters are edified. I want to say Kal Halal La Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakodash. Double honors unto the apostles of GMS that rule well. Shalom Mak Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakodash Brakatah Awar. All right. Hope you brothers are edified. Until next time, Lord's will. Shalom.